that little boy in the picture that I'm holding. You know, and sometimes we forget, we don't realize the power of telling these kids that they're loved by the teachers, by us, by Jesus Christ. And Rick had shared the Easter story with them. And he had shared it. And then I just came up real quickly. A Baptist preacher can talk real quickly if he needs to. And just real quickly, just let them know that just let them know that they're loved. That we love them, the teachers love them. And that God loves them.
Yes.
And I just stepped back. And that little fella with his family was sitting up on the top row. And I stepped back and I could see him up there, and he started making his way over to the middle. And he came down the middle of the bleachers. And I'd stepped back and behind some folks. He came down and he hit that gym floor and he started running. He went around people and he came to me with his arms up. Amen. I thought he wanted a hug, so I bent down to give him a hug. No. He latched on. And so I hold him, I pick him up and I hold him for quite a while. And I share the Easter story with him on my shoulder and how much he's loved. And I share the Easter story with him individually there. And he didn't say anything. And I share that with him. And about 15 minutes I'm holding, 15, maybe more than that, I'm holding him. And finally, what's turned to be his cousin came down from the top. And she came down and she came up to us and she said, you got to come back now. And he said, no. She said, you got to come back. No. So she gave up, went back up. And so I'm holding him more. And at one point, I asked him, I said, do you want me to take you up there? He didn't say anything. Just latched on to it. Wow. And finally, I said, I got to, Mom is probably getting concerned here. And so I go up the aisle and I go over to him. And I sit down behind him on the bleachers. And he comes and he sits on he's on my lap. He's still latched on. And his mama turns around and said, come down here. He said, no. And it occurred to me when he said that, the reason he came down off those bleachers and the reason he ran to me was I was the one who said, you're loved. That's the power of telling these kids, letting these kids know. That's why every group that I do, I make eye contact with every child. You are loved, you are valued, not only by me, but by the King.
Amen. Amen.
That's the power of telling them that. That's the power of love.